Welcome to the InTalksicated Podcast, a weekly comedy talk show that dives into the personal lives of comedians, experts, and creators. I'm your host, Sarah Nicole, a very amateur stand-up comedian and self-proclaimed sad girl. It's the comedy podcast with a lot of heart. Feel hard and talk hard. This is the InTalksicated Podcast.
Whoa.
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 Blossom.
Whoa. Blossom?
Do you know the show Blossom? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
You don't know Blossom?
No.
Woo!
I know Felicity.
The 90s show?
Like-
you know Felicity, but you don't know Blossom? That's
yeah.
strange.
Was Blossom a cartoon? Damn it.
It was.
have no
So do you know the chick from Big Bang Theory who's now the Jeopardy host?
No.
You don't? You don't know Big Bang Theory?
I know Big Bang Theory.
So you know like Sheldon's like girlfriend or whatever? Big
Yeah.
Bang Theory? I don't know her name. It starts with an M.
Marilyn.
But she's now like, she's kind of like geeky and she hosts Jeopardy now. She was Blossom.
Oh.
Let me just show you a quick picture. Maybe it'll trigger a memory.
maybe.
Because I refuse to believe that you don't know. Blossom.
Okay. So the image looks familiar,
Okay.
but I don't remember the show.
Okay, gotcha. Well, she had a brother on the show and he went, whoa. That was like his catchphrase.
I love that.
Whoa.
That also reminds me of an Eminem show that I watched once, and one of the guys was on cocaine and he kept going, whoa.
Eminem show?
Yeah, he made a cartoon of like six episodes or something. It's called The Slim Shady Show. It's not good. I wouldn't suggest watching it, but like, I love that man. So I was.
You do love that man.
I do.
He's your man.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get this started. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the InTalksicated Podcast. Here we are. Oh, my goodness. Guess who's back?
Back again. This girl's back.
Sarah
Nicole.
back.
Tell a friend.
Tell a
Or
friend.
a couple.
To listen to the episode.
And subscribe. You know.
Sarah Nicole is back!
Woohoo!
Okay, so I have some explaining to do because really, if I had my shit together, there would be like a regular Intoxicated episode. But listen, things happen.
Sugar happens.
Here's the thing. I switched to a bi-weekly schedule and because I wanted to like really enjoy summer. Like I wanted to like give myself some time to enjoy the fact that like we have sunshine and warm weather for literally 2 months out of the year. And I had thought I could release something on Friday and let's just say it just didn't work out again.
Womp womp.
Let's just say that. And I wanted to give you something. So we're here with a bonus episode. We're going to do another call-in episode. I love doing these.
It's me. I'm the bonus.
You're the bonus.
You're all welcome.
Thank you for joining me.
Of course.
Okay, so we're going to start by just talking about summer. Because it is now September 1st and summer is coming to a close in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. But I feel like summer lasts all of September. Like we have a good month of summer left.
That's true. But you know the feeling. And like I feel it in my ovaries when I know it's fall. When you walk outside and the air just feels different.
Your ovaries are like, oh my God, it's pumpkin spice season.
I'm not a pumpkin spice fall bitch. I am a fall bitch, but I'm not I'm not into really all that.
Are you an apple girl?
I'm a cinnamon girl.
Cinnamon. Mm-hmm. Oh, so you're more like winter flavors then.
Cinnamon's still fall.
Is it?
Well, pumpkin and cinnamon kind of go together, right?
I guess.
I think they're all pretty fall/winter. I guess
Yeah.
pumpkin would be the only one that's not really in the winter, but fall like meshes into winter pretty easily. But the transition from like summer to fall is usually like hits people right in the face because like all of a sudden it'll be like jacket weather outside.
Yeah. Well, the thing around this time of year too is that like it's cold in the mornings and then it's like blistering hot in the afternoons. And then as soon as the sun starts to go down, it gets cold again. So you're like, what am I supposed to do with my life? Like, that's great.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, because it's not like lake weather anymore. I tried to go to the lake the other day and just like, it was too cold to swim.
It's not?
Yeah.
I was going to ask if you want to go this weekend.
We can.
We can try.
I
figure we could try to squeeze in another. I've only been to the beach once this summer.
Okay, so it's definitely beach weather, I'd say, because like the ocean's really warm around this time of year.
Okay,
but like lakes, it's a little chilly when you get out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you're listening to this and you're friends with us and you live in Halifax,
let's go to the beach.
We're looking to go to the beach, but we can't.
Let's go get away.
Yeah.
We can give you our friendship.
We can give great conversation and snacks
and
gas money
and lame jokes.
Yeah, but Summer, how was your summer? What would you give it from a 1 to 10? 1 being garbage and 10 being best summer ever.
Ooh.
Where would you rate summer of 2022?
8.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That's really high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a good summer, but it wasn't like the best summer.
See, I would give it a strong 6.5 or maybe 7. Maybe a 7. Maybe a 7. Better than most, like you said.
Yeah.
But not the best.
I feel like I did a lot more this summer.
Yeah, we did a lot. Let's talk about some things we did.
We went to the lake a lot.
So we have a lake near us that we walk to and we float. And Sarah usually swims and floats.
I swim and float.
And I just float.
It's a beautiful lake too. It's like, is Chocolate Lake man-made? I feel like...
I'm bubbly in my mouth. I was like, I don't know. Let's maybe find out. Can we find out?
I feel like it is because the lake that I usually go to in Bedford, Paper Mill, that's man-made. Okay. And they're both very similar. They're both like really, really warm and gorgeous. And I don't know. I don't know how you can tell the difference. Anyways, the point is, it's a great lake.
It's a great lake. I will say it's very crowded and chaotic in the beach section.
Yeah.
But you just have to get away from that section. So like I'm a big fan of just get away from the children as fast as possible.
Yes. And like the good thing is that like everybody hangs out in like the shallow end. So like as soon as you pass the children, you're fine.
As soon as you pass the children, you're good to go.
Rather than like Kearney Lake where it's like a small beach and it's so crowded. Like sometimes you can't even get into the lake.
Yeah. Really
it's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I will say every time we go to the lake, I kind of dread the walk there and back.
Yeah, the walk there is brutal.
But every time I get there, I'm like, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
You know?
I find the walk there is really bad. Just
the walk
like
there
it's
is really bad.
It's all uphill and it's hot, but like the walk back home is fine.
It's just so close that you can't really validate getting a cab. Like it's
I don't know if buses go up there or anything, but like
they do actually.
Oh,
they do.
Wow.
So that could be an option if we're feeling lazy.
Yeah.
But we had many lake trips. We did a couple hikes.
Yes.
I want to talk about the most recent hike we did.
Oh my God. I was just talking about this the other day. It was so chaotic. I loved it.
We went hiking with Luba, Magnus, and Claire Belford. Shout out to those two lovely ladies. And a quick plug for their new weekly show at Good Robot called Better Times Comedy. Every Thursday at Good Robot, $10. And you're going to see a mix of like pro comics. It's going to be a rotation of Claire, Luba, Dan, and Travis, which is amazing. And then some other people too every Thursday. So go check that out. But yeah, so we went hiking with Luba and Claire at a hike place that like I've never been to. I don't think you've ever been to. We just heard it was good and it wasn't.
I think we went off the trail because I think we were on the trail to begin with. And I think we somehow lost it along the way. And
so I told my sister about that. She's a big hiker.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's exactly what happened to me too.
No
so
way.
I think that's just what it is.
I told my sister.
You have to like rough it out through it.
God. I told my sister about it too. And she's like, really?
Yeah.
She's like, literally half an hour in, you find like the beautiful view. Where did you go? I was like, I have no idea.
So what was it called again?
Duncan's Cove.
Duncan's Cove.
Yeah.
Was it Duncan's Cove?
Yeah, it was Duncan's Cove.
Oh, okay.
I will never forget because we couldn't find Duncan.
We couldn't find Duncan. It was just so rough. It was so grown in, so muddy.
So muddy.
And nothing seemed like a trail. Like it just seemed like maybe just like a little path.
Like we were literally lost in the woods.
And then there was a really funny moment. Well, not funny, I shouldn't say. Unfortunate and kind of humorous.
It was kind of humorous.
Poor Luba lost a shoe in the mud. And it was a very chaotic couple seconds of out of everybody, Claire is the one who jumps in and being like, where Where is it?
But Claire didn't even miss the beat. She was like, oh, no. And her hand was like in the mud.
I gotta
looking
say,
for the shoe.
If I was like taking a team of people on like an outdoor, like if you had to make a team of people to like go on an outdoor excursion with, or like go stay in the woods for a week, I would take Claire with me. I feel like she's resourceful and smart, and she knows what the fuck she's doing. And she jumped in right away.
I would take them both because like I feel like Luba really appreciates nature. Like me and her were just like stopping,
That's
like
true,
looking
too.
at the mushrooms and like looking at the fungus and like appreciating all the nature around us.
Gotta say, I'm not an outdoor girl, and I'm trying to be more.
Yeah. I feel like
I really tried.
Yeah, and I was so proud of you. Not one complaint came out of your mouth, and I was so proud.
I really tried.
Yeah, you played it off really well. I was like, wow, Sarah's loving this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so surprised right now.
I mean, my thing is I'm just not cut out for this extreme heat. I have Scottish blood.
Yeah.
And we don't like it.
The thing with hikes is that fall time is perfect because like it's nice weather. It's still nice enough that like you can go and enjoy the views and stuff.
Yeah.
And like it's not, you don't die of heat halfway through.
It's so brutal.
Yeah.
But that was in the end, we ended up at a nicer place that I just knew was nearby, and I was like, let's go here. And it was a very nice hike by the water, great views. It ended up working out.
Yeah.
And that's just what goes to, like, you just gotta fucking make the best of things.
Exactly.
And that's what we did.
I'm glad we tried again because like it was fun. It will be fun later on in life. I feel like we'll look back in that and like when we're 50, we'll be like, wow, it was a great hike.
Remember when Luba lost her shoe?
Oh, that darn Luba. I heard she's a slug now.
Oh my God. Yes. Luba and the slug was killing me.
My most favorite hike I've been on so far was the one in Riverport. It's like an hour outside Bridgewater, and like you walk along the beach for a little bit. So like it's a nice like beachy trail, and then you will walk along the rocks, kind of like similar to the Heron Cove hike that we did.
Yeah.
And then it leads onto a trail that like one half of it's a lookout and the other half of it is like another trail. But if you go down, there's a secret beach. And you have to like rock climb down to the secret beach. It's awesome.
Wow.
It's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so gorgeous. Definitely 10 on 10 recommend.
Yeah. We're lucky to live in a province with a lot of good like hiking spots.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And like relatively close too.
Relatively close.
Yeah.
So lakes and hikes. Any other summer highlights on your end? I gotta say, I've had some rough weeks in August specifically. I don't know what it was, but I do feel like summer just beat me up a lot.
Yeah.
In terms of energy and like, I don't know, like bank account, like, like not really having the money to like have an amazing bitchin' summer.
I feel that way too because I've been unemployed all summer.
Oh, that's right.
Like, that's been nice because I've been able to do whatever I want.
You have the time
to an extent because like I really can't go out of the city if I wanted to, but I can actually go out and enjoy the sun if I want.
You don't have a schedule to like be a slave to,
which is nice. But at the same time, like I literally have no money, but I'm lucky I kicked in. So
yeah,
but like just recently,
yeah. It's just like, I feel like every summer I'm like, this is going to be the best summer. This is going to be the best summer. And I'm always saying that, but I think I'm building up to have be in a better place next year. Hopefully that's my plan. Have shit together a bit better next year.
I did a nice little kayak through Shuby Park and it was
very
awesome.
See, I haven't been kayaking yet.
We should go kayaking.
That could be a thing we could do because it wouldn't be swimming.
Yeah, and it's good. It's gonna be good kayaking weather this weekend.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Paddleboarding.
Yeah.
Paddleboarding.
Yeah, let's do one of those things.
Okay.
I can't do both probably.
I cannot do both,
especially with. Oh yeah, and we should say we have a amazing night planned this weekend.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
We have reservations at a bar, and then we have a karaoke room booked, which is going to be so fun.
I'm so happy that we made plans as a team because like I really want to do something this weekend, but I didn't like want to push to do too much.
I'm refusing to not have fun. Wait, did I say that right?
You're refusing to have fun? Oh my God.
I'm refusing to not have fun. So what I said to Sarah was like, I'm just going to I literally just made a reservation for 8 people. And I said, we'll fill it. If we don't fill it, we'll just downgrade it. if more people want to come than we thought, we can try to upgrade it.
Yeah.
But it's essentially just saying, here's a place and time. Come if you want.
Please
and if you don't, we're still going.
Exactly. And we're still going to have a good time.
Like, this is what it is about, people. You just got to fucking do it and be shameless about asking people, because what's the harm?
I have social anxiety, so like
I'll do it for you.
Thanks.
You ask like your friends though. Or people who are more your friends than my friends.
I'll ask like 2 of my friends I know will say yes. And then I'm like, can you ask these people? Because like I also want to ask them, but I have social anxiety, so I can't. So like, you have to ask them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I don't have that. I don't have social.
Like?
I know my anxiety. You don't want my anxiety either. Trust me. It's not as fun. Like if you and I combined, I think the person would die of.
Oh yeah, they'd be like, I can't live in this world. It's too much for me. Goodbye.
Because it's 2 different types, right?
Yeah, it's so crazy because like I understand your anxiety, but like I don't feel, so it's hard for me to like truly like deeply understand it. You know what I mean?
And that's the same for me with social stuff,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes I experience social anxiety on a certain degree of like I get freaked out about what people think of me, or if like I get worried about like people taking things the wrong way. But it's not something like I can't go to a party with a bunch of people, or I can't ask people things, or do you know what I mean? Like it's not on that level of social anxiety.
It's funny because like I really don't care what people think about me. Like that's the least of my worries. I just like I don't like approaching people. I don't like being around people I don't know. I don't like randomly meeting people that I don't know, and like I don't know. I have to build myself up to social stuff.
That's fair. I get it.
It's a lot better now than what it used to be, because like I used to not be able to talk to anybody that I didn't know.
I will say now I just don't like people as much as I used to.
Yeah.
like now I don't like crowds as much as I used to.
Yeah.
It's not really like an anxiety thing. It's just more like, I don't like this.
I have to be at a certain level to like crowds. Like that's why if I'm going out somewhere into like a club, I have to be.
Oh shit. You know what? I do have something on Sunday night, the Taylor Swift dance party.
Oh.
But maybe
you can go after Foggy.
I can go after.
Yeah.
Sorry guys. That was
no, Taylor.
That was literally just me realizing but that's actually perfect because they're right across from each other.
Oh, there you go.
Oh fuck yeah. This is gonna be the best weekend ever. So I also wrote down here things that fill me with joy. So I wrote floating in the lake. I wrote night walks. I love night walks.
I do too.
Like hot summer night walks.
Yeah.
Not sweaty daytime walks. But like walking around like at like anywhere from like 8 to like 11.
Yeah.
Amazing time for a walk.
I love sunset walks. Those are my favorite.
Those are great too. I also just wrote my cat.
Mindy.
I wrote the corn song on TikTok.
It's corn.
I'm obsessed with it.
It's a big juicy knob. It's got the juice. It's got the juice. It's the most beautiful thing.
I never don't like it. Like
it's perfect.
It's so great. I wrote talking parrots on TikTok are like probably my new obsession. Yes. So there's one that's like talks, and one of the things he says is, "What happened?" And I love the tone. And every time like something happens in life that I don't get, I just go, "What happened?"
Is it Hamlet?
No, his name is What's I do know of Hamlet.
Yeah, Hamlet goes, "What doing?"
I got sent him, but it's the blue. Let me just see. Kiwi, the blue. She calls him the blue chicken.
You're so cute. Mwah.
The kisses.
Baby, what happened?
Thank you, baby. I just love it so much. Aww. That said, could never own one. That would bug the shit out of me.
Parrots are really messy.
But also that would be annoying after a certain, like every day. That would be annoying.
I could never.
Because they say the same things over and over. Yeah.
Did you know that crows can be taught to talk? But like they sound really spooky when they talk.
I fucking love
They have
that.
like low voices and stuff. Crows are so freaking smart.
It's so wild. I also wrote I just wrote Alexander's nachos because they're truly the best.
They really are.
They're truly the best. Okay. So we're talking about summer and positive things. All right. So we're warmed up. We're going to get into some questions. I say let's do the talk line form first.
Yeah.
And then we will do voicemails because I did put a last minute call out and we might get some last minute ones. But first, actually, I'll start with a Instagram question that came. I just put like the question thingy on Instagram. And this is from Evan Steeves from New Brunswick comedian. And he asked, if you had to do karaoke in front of Taylor Swift, what song would it be? And what comic would do the best reaction, I guess. So I guess he's saying if a comic was watching and also Taylor Swift was there.
What karaoke song would you do?
Yeah. Do you know what Taylor Swift song you would do? Or actually, he didn't even say Taylor.
Yeah, exactly. Would it have to be a Taylor Swift song?
That's actually a great follow-up. That's because interesting.
I think that I would sing Careless Whisper. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Careless Whisper? I don't know this one.
Yeah.
By who?
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. It's an 80s song.
Oh, okay.
I'm never gonna dance again. Is it by George Michael?
Oh,
or somebody?
I'm never gonna dance again. Okay, yes, I kind of know now.
You're like,
as soon as you got to that part, I was like, oh,
this is how I felt with Blossom. Like, okay, yeah, I get it, but I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't think it should be a Taylor Swift song because she doesn't want to hear her own songs.
Yeah, she'd be like, why? I just sang you my songs.
Maybe This Kiss by Faith Hill because I know she likes that song.
That's a good pick.
And that's the only reason why I would do it. I would never do it if Taylor Swift wasn't there, but I know she loves that song. And so I think I would do that. And then best comic to react, really any of them. Because any of them would think I was a fucking idiot.
I would say
maybe Travis, like because he would just be face palming the whole time.
I'd say Albert Coombs.
See,
this because I feel like he would, I don't know, have something to say.
Robbie Vino, he would just be glaring the whole time, just dead faced.
And afterwards he'd be like, good job.
Right? That's so funny. Oh. Okay, first talk line form submission is from EJ. I have no idea who that is. I was trying to figure it out. Hi, Sarah. We've heard all about Karens and simply just being a Karen, but what do you or your guest call the male equivalent? For me, it's David. And then this was strange. Thank you, and I'll take your answer off the air. Well, it's going on the air because that was the whole point of me collecting questions.
Pardon me?
I know, right? But
EJ, makes sense. God.
What is the male equivalent of Karen? Is it David?
No, I would say like Kyle.
Ooh.
Or I want to say Chad, but Chad's more like a dumb
Are
guy.
we thinking like older, middle-aged man?
Oh, yeah. I guess Kyle could be an older, middle-aged man. But he's more like a surfer dude, like bro, right?
Fuck boy kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
maybe
think.
like
Chad is pretty good.
What about like Michael?
Michael?
Have you met? But like all Michaels that I know are like
I know, right?
Sweet.
Very, very sweet. Shout out Michael Kennedy.
Yeah, Michael Kennedy. Sorry, pal.
Male Karen. I just gotta say the whole Karen thing is super unfortunate for anyone named Karen.
Yeah, but like I get it.
Like naming that like it's like an archetype.
All Karens are. Most Karens are the same, I should say. 90%. 80%.
You're gonna be hanging out with a Karen on a Saturday night. You're
maybe
eat your words.
Maybe she's a 20%.
She's definitely a 20%.
Yeah. Not all Karens are like that because I have met some very lovely Karens. But yeah, working customer service for so long, you definitely come across a type.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Common male names.
Like,
let's see. Liam, Noah, Oliver, James, William, Benjamin, Lucas. I love Lucas.
I love the name Lucas too. Lucas Scott, One Tree Hill.
Henry Theodore. This is so incredibly sexist that I can't really think of one.
Because you don't really come across men like
that's what sex is about.
I know, but
do
like
exist, I
they
think.
do.
They
I've
exist.
definitely come across. But like the thing with men is that they're more aggressive than catty, I guess.
Yeah, that's
you know
fair.
what I mean. Like they're
Yeah.
not a speak to the manager type. They're more like I'm gonna yell at you, make you feel like shit type.
John?
No,
Robert? Ooh, Robert could be one. To me, that's like Robert. Hi, I'm Robert.
I'm Robert. I want to speak to the manager.
Yeah. Richard? No. William.
I love the name William.
Charles.
Charles is definitely like I'm bougie, but I'm not gonna give you a hard time.
Joseph. Kenneth.
Ugh.
Ooh, Kenneth would go with Karen.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I think because we don't have an example of it yet.
Yeah,
That it's hard for that to catch on. It's hard to think.
I don't think it's David because I think that David, he gets a bad rap.
Brian?
He's a good guy.
Edward.
Edward.
Kevin. That could be it.
That could be it.
Kevin.
I met a kitten named Kevin the other day.
There's some great Kevins.
Yeah.
But if there's a bad one, I think that they would be Karen levels of bad.
You think?
Yeah. I'm going with Kevin. And also it's K. My second choice would be Kyle.
I think my first choice would be Kyle, but like Kevin comes close. Second.
Okay. Well, we kind of got it.
We did it, sort of.
We did it, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay. Next submission. I know some of these, but I don't know all of them. Let me see. All right. Do you ever, this is just anonymous. Do you ever feel like you're stuck in a rut? If so, how do you combat that feeling and get back into the groove? I just love that they said into the groove. Back into the groove. And I think that there's a couple similar questions here. Let me see if there's a common one. Okay, no, actually, no. This is just on its own. So yeah, being stuck in a rut. So I guess that would just be a general rut. And how you get back. I feel like 90% of the time I'm in a rut.
That's what I was gonna say.
For me?
For me too.
Oh, okay, good. Good. I know both of us are always like
what's going on?
Can't things just be consistent and smooth for a bit?
I feel like as good as the summer was, I've still like been in a rut this summer. And it's, like ruts are hard to get out of, man.
Ruts are really so. Can you describe what your rut is?
My rut,
because I think we're both in kind of different ruts.
But I feel like that way. Yeah, my rut's just like finding a job,
figuring out what the next step is.
Yeah. Trying to be an adult, basically.
You know, like you know when you're in between jobs, it's like, what the fuck is going to be next? Like you have no idea.
It's so hard when you don't have a career path and like you don't want to. You've been stuck in a cycle for so long too. Right.
Of just working. You're just working. Yeah. You're just trying to find a job.
You're just doing it just because you need a job.
Yeah.
And like I clearly don't thrive in situations like that. So like it's hard to break that cycle a little bit. And it's really, really, really hard to find jobs outside of that cycle without having the education to back it up.
Right.
So, but like it's also hard for me to motivate myself to get the education because I don't thrive in school either.
That's so tough. And honestly, like as someone who like just randomly got into podcasting, figured out I loved it, and like 5 years later got a job in it, like I just feel like so much of what you need to do is just say yes to things. Like, you know, like say yes to opportunities, like do a bunch of different things. Give yourself this time to like say yes to life.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing.
And that's exactly what we've been doing. And that's all you really can do now.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I feel like I'm more so on a right path now.
And also, another thing, you don't have to pick one thing and that has to be it. Like, you could do a bunch of different things.
Exactly.
You could be a Renaissance person. I think that's the term. Like
Renaissance? Like a gypsy?
I think it's called like when Chelsea was on, she was talking about like the term Renaissance man just essentially means like you have a bunch of different things that you do. And like maybe one year you do this, next year you do that. And that's kind of what it is. I do feel like that term more so applies to people who do fun things.
I was going to say, I don't think I thrive in that type of
and I love to like encourage people to try to get fun jobs. If you can try to find a job that you like, try to do that.
I am a very creative person, but it's really hard to find a job in the arts because people don't take the arts seriously. And it's annoying.
And it
like,
doesn't always pay that great. It doesn't always support life, unfortunately.
Yeah. I have never been in a job that I absolutely love, because if I did find a job that I absolutely love, I would still be doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like the next job I find has to be something that I love and like that I'm going to thrive in, because I don't want to keep on going backwards, because I'm old, man.
That's
too old to be doing this.
but that's the right attitude to have. That's like when you're single and you're holding out for the right
Exactly.
guy. Like it's the same idea. So my rut is just all about comedy. Like that's my biggest rut currently, which is like trying to find work-life balance. As always, it's always my number one challenge. But like also too, just like not feeling like I'm loving it anymore, not being inspired to write, feeling down on myself for like turning down shows, feeling like I have to do shows, and then feeling bad about saying no. Yeah. But I know I need to say no to give myself that space. And then there's this whole like vicious cycle of like, I want to live my life so I can write new jokes. But like that feels inauthentic and strange. Why don't I just want to live life rather than for a joke? In my mind, I just go, I would just like to be happy. Yeah. And if jokes come, they come. And I'll do sets. Mm-hmm. But I didn't sign a comedy contract. I have to remember that.
Exactly. It's not your job.
And I do a lot of things.
Yeah, man.
So it's just like, I constantly have to remind myself of that. Of like, you do a lot of fucking stuff.
You do a lot, girl. You do a lot.
I'm allowed to like take a little break. And I will shout out Claire Belford, who told me that she demands that I take a break. Because I was explaining my struggles to her. And, she had asked like, when you take breaks, do you miss comedy? And I was honest. I said, no, I don't. How many times have you and I texted and been like, I hope the show gets canceled?
I do that out of like anxious.
Constantly.
Yeah.
But you say you have fun once you're up there, which is great.
Yeah.
I do sometimes, but I think it's just being inspired by my material currently and just really wanting to write new jokes. And I think a lot of that is because I just want to impress the other comics with new material.
Well, yeah, that's why we all write new joke. Well, that's
right?
As a new comic, yeah,
right.
It is really hard to say no to gigs and stuff, because like I will never ever turn down a show because I'm like, oh my god, you're asking me, no one ever asks me. Okay, yes,
yeah, that's fair.
But like when you're getting constantly asked, it gets tiring for sure.
It gets a bit tiring. I'm always appreciative of it. I love open mics. I think you got to do open mics to be a good comedian. But I just feel like I realized it's not bringing me joy, and I'm not getting paid to do this. Yeah. So why am I doing it? It's if you think about it like a relationship, it's like I just lost a spark, and I'm trying to spice things up. So to speak. Like I'm trying to like want to fuck comedy again. I want to. Sounds so
sometimes
weird.
you need to try new things,
some absence makes the heart grow fonder. So like that's what I'm like. I do still love comedy, and I think too like we have to remember like there's so many ways to incorporate comedy into your life. That's not just stand up. Like when I did like the streeter stuff with the podcast, that was really fun. And like just podcasting in general, you can have comedy, you can write sketches, you can do really funny TikToks. Yeah. Like it's still in there with me, but the stand-up side of things is just very stale, and I feel it's all very taxing. So that's my rut. Yeah. And how do I get out of it? I just haven't been doing shows, and I've been trying to do other fun things.
We're taking breaks.
I've been trying to do other fun things that don't make me feel bad about not doing shows. Yeah. So I think my general advice, I guess, to this person writing would be, how do you get out of it? Do things that feel good and bring you joy.
And cry a lot.
Choose joy.
And cry a lot.
Yes. I mean, yeah, if you are sad.
But yeah, choose joy.
But if you are sad, get that out. But I think far too often people don't do things that they want to do.
Yeah.
Like do the things that make you happy. Literally being like happy and having fun gives you happy hormones that make you healthier.
Exactly. It reaches the serotonin.
Yeah. So like, why aren't we doing them? Having them more?
Because we're mentally ill.
Right? So do things that make you happy. And that can be anything big or small.
Yep.
Yeah. Just choose joy.
Choose joy, always.
Okay, next question, which I think is kind of a nice follow-up question to this one. And I'd like to lean on you for this one. So the question is, also anonymous, I can't tell if it's depression or burnout, but I am just not enjoying my relationship like I used to. Any advice on how to feel my oats again? Is that a phrase? Feel my oats?
Feel your outs? Like,
is that like
feel like yourself again?
Is that what it is? So it's very similar. Feel one's oats. What does it mean? To feel energetic or frisky, to behave in a vigorous. So kind of like how to bring the juju back, I guess.
Yeah.
So specifically in a relationship, I haven't been in a relationship in a long time. And like the last one I was in, that definitely started to happen. Yeah. And he just went, I don't like this one anymore. I'm going to take this one. And that was it. So
I don't like these cookies. I'm going to take out the cookies.
So I was not given a chance to know what that's like in a relationship. Do you have any thoughts?
I feel like communication is key to a relationship. So I think like communicating with your partner is really important. And like if you're having like, if you're bored in the relationship, whatever the case may be, I think that talking that out with your partner is good because then you can figure out like how to spice things up or like figure out what's missing. Right. Because every relationship's different.
And maybe figure out like where the resentment is coming from.
Yeah. But I would, if you're not feeling it in your relationship, chances are there's other stuff going on in your life too. And I would definitely look at those aspects as well. Because like
personal things.
Yeah.
Like individual things. And like, I mean, I always say take space. I know that that's not always easy if you live with someone.
Yeah.
But if you can take space,
that
might
am
be good.
Very lucky because I've been with my partner for 8 years and like I have somewhere where I can go and take my space.
Yes.
And I find that helps so
And you've
much.
done that.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
But like he lets me do that. And he likes when I do that. I like when I do that. And it makes our relationship stronger and like whatever. But yeah, it's hard when you don't have that.
That would be very, very tricky.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of just like people not living together just for that reason, just to have that separation.
Yeah.
Corinne Fisher, who I always mention in this podcast, she's like one of my favorite people ever. On Guys We Fuck, she was talking about just the idea of a bedroom and how an individual's bedroom is like a glimpse into like them as a person. Like your childhood bedroom, you have like posters on the wall of your favorite artists. You have tarot cards out. You have crystals. You have like all these things that make you you. And when you live with someone, you have to give a lot of that up because you're combining.
Yeah.
And like it's like this weird thing of like we have to find a way to get back to that and like be at home with ourselves in a relationship.
Yeah.
Which I got to be honest, I have no idea how to do. I'm still trying to figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But
it was weird for me too because I moved in with Dustin. And like we moved in 6 months to our relationship. So like the apartment has always been his apartment. It never felt like our apartment.
Only 6 months? Wow, I didn't know that.
My mom was like, get out. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take my clothes. And she's like, all right. I was like, can I take my desk? She's like, no. And
I did not know that it was 6 months in. That's crazy.
Yeah. I was there every weekend anyway. So I was like, I might as well just live here. But anyways, I like living with him. It's nice to have another person around. But like, it was really hard to kind of share space because I've never done that before. But what I did was I was like, this is my room. I'm going to do what I want to this room. If you don't like it, that's too bad. But like,
that could be a compromise. Like you get one room, I get the other kind of thing. Or like something like that.
And like he doesn't spend a lot of time in the bedroom. Like he spends time in the living room. So I let him have like half of the living room where he can like set his gaming stuff up and like do whatever he wants out there. Right. So like that worked out for us.
I would also say, I mean, if we're gonna get very specific with this question, role play, baby.
Oh,
be a stranger for the night.
Fun.
I always hear about that. I always hear about like couples who are like maybe things are stagnant or like not as juicy as they used to be, and it's just like the idea of like meet me at this hotel bar at this time, and I'm going to be a Veronica
hooker.
That's
Veronica.
That's what I want my name to be if I'm role playing with Veronica.
Oh, I would go with like Marissa.
I just pictured like I need to clip this and put like a picture of like Veronica from Betty and is it Veronica? Yeah, Veronica. Yeah. And then like with you, it's like the OC check. She's just very different ideas of how to role play.
It's funny because I don't think role playing's a thing now. Like I think some people do it, but like I think
it's definitely
more people just go out and find different partners.
Oh yeah, that's fair too. And listen, if you think that can check out my episode with Ryan William, part 2 that was posted last week. We talk about polyamory. We talk about the idea of open relationships. Give that a listen. I gotta say, tricky to do. Gotta be very stable in your relationship.
Yeah, there has to be a lot of trust there.
So much trust, and there's a lot of ways that it can go wrong.
Yeah.
But like, there's also things like, I mean, and I don't know how sex related this question is, but like, I don't even know how you would navigate the idea of like talking about like fantasies and kinks with a partner. I guess you just talk about it.
We just do it. Dustin and I literally had this conversation in a car once. Like we're driving down to his mom's place and like the conversation just came up.
You could like almost like incorporate it into like how you talk to your partner. Like if it's dirty talk or whatever, like what do you like? What are you into?
Yeah.
All of
That's
that.
why like communication is so important.
Communicate.
I don't understand people who don't communicate with their partners. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like
what's the point?
How do you do that relationship then?
How does that work?
Just be in a relationship with a wall then, because that's basically the same thing.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that's all pretty good advice. And come out to Serena and I's next More Than the Tip show happening on November something.
Yes.
The date got changed a bunch.
Yes. November
because
25th?
of being I think it's November. Hang on one moment, please.
I'm just I don't even know. I'm just saying dates.
I want to say November 15th. Oh no, it's November 12th. It is the day after Remembrance Day, which isn't the best, but it's a long weekend, and it's not Remembrance Day. It is the day after.
So you should remember to go to the show.
You should remember. And then Serena, highly recommend following Serena Haynes.
Yes.
Because she can actually really give you some great advice about this.
Serena's amazing.
Spicing things up.
Yeah.
Getting in touch with that sexy side. And actually the next question, I feel like a lot of these questions are kind of connected in a weird way. So the next question is also anonymous. I used to be obsessed with myself and how I look in a healthy way. I was so confident in who I was, but lately I've been feeling so garbage and awful. Any tips on getting back to feeling confident and hot? Which, girl, I'm just gonna assume it's a girl. It might be a guy.
They.
It might
person.
be. It might be they. It might be whoever you are. I feel you because that is. Just like I said about I'm 90% of the time in a rut, I feel like 90% of the time I hate how I look. That percentage might be high.
I was like, really? 90%? Damn.
Maybe it's more like 60.
Yeah.
Still pretty, it's over half.
That's still
for
high.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's still pretty high. It's body image stuff is very hard. I'm going to get super like hippie woo woo and self-care-ish here, but like I really do think it comes down to, because I've been in this place many times, and I'm very honest in saying like I feel like this year has been my least hot year, just in terms of like I can feel my age, and like I'm doing more skincare, and like I'm trying to keep the weight maintained, and like all of this. But like I really do think fucking self-care, man. Fucking pamper yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yes.
Face masks.
Get your nails done.
Baths.
Yes.
Just spending an evening in bed if that's what you want to do. Like literally take care of your body.
And love yourself a little bit.
But that's hard.
Yeah.
But then the question would be how, right?
Yeah.
That's the question. How do you do it? And I say fucking pamper yourself. Treat yourself to things. For me personally, what I do, this is what I do. Okay.
This is what I do.
I like to clean my space so it's not cluttered. I like to light some candles. I like to put music on that I really like. That kind of gets me thinking of things. I like to, and I'm someone who feels better when I do myself up. So I like the process of getting ready, glamming up, doing makeup.
Yeah.
And wearing something that I really like. And literally just hang out with yourself. Have like a date night with yourself. I've done many nights where I've just hung out in lingerie and taken like hot selfies and listened to music with candles and ordered my favorite food.
Yeah.
Like literally, I think Harley Pie said this, like the date yourself thing. So fucking important. Yes. Fucking date yourself. And I struggle with sex drive stuff very, very much. Like I really, really do. And confidence stuff. But I do find that helps. And then that if you're feeling good and you're having fun, I feel like it's going to come naturally, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know?
It has to follow up.
Yeah, like you're someone you're like all about like the mirror selfies and outfits. So like talk about that. Like what gets you in that state of mind?
I don't know.
You're like, I just dance.
I just do it. Like I don't know. That's how we are.
What are the factors? Like is it outfits? Is it
I think it's
state
the
of
outfit
mind,
and
feeling?
like liking my body that day.
Yeah.
And like I in the past have had some issues with not liking my body, and it got really, 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 really bad. So I think that on the days I do really love my body, I'm like, I'm gonna post this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Embrace those good days because there are going to be bad days.
Yeah,
I do think
I do have bad days still, obviously, but like I try not to now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I think if you are having a bad day, just again go back to what's going to make me feel good right now. Like I have many days where I'm like, if I just had an hour nap, I know I've had days where I'm like, I look like shit. And I have a 1 hour nap and I wake up and I go, holy shit.
Ooh, who's she?
It's a
different person.
A beauty filter. Like I look so much better just because I slept a bit more.
Who puts this filter on my face?
Right? So just take care of yourself. Holy shit. Like I really do think if you're feeling good, if your energy is up, like it'll come. Do the things that you know make you feel good. I know for me that's makeup, cleavage.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like,
for me, it's waking up first thing in the morning and be like, okay, I'm not bloated right now. And I have about 10 minutes before I get bloated. I'm going to put on a cute outfit and take a mirror selfie and hope for the best.
There's something to be said for that too. There's nothing worse than feeling like you overate or like that's not, it's tough to feel hot when you feel bloated.
Yeah. And I'm like bloated all the time because I have IBS. So,
right? So maybe your date day is like eating the right foods so that you feel hot later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough though. I struggle with it, but I really do think fucking chalk out that time for yourself. Make yourself the number one priority. Yeah. Number fucking one.
You are number
fucking one.
If you don't make yourself number one, who's going to make you number one?
Who's going to make, that saying. Listen, it's cliche, but it's true.
Yeah.
So I have a question. I'd like to know your thoughts. I'm a black man and lately there's something that's been grinding my gears. If you don't want to talk about race, you don't need to read this, LOL. There's a specific type of white person. I think they mean well, but my God, do they annoy me. They usually live in the north end of Halifax, have stick and poke tattoos, love craft beer, and talk endlessly about how mad they are about the injustices in the world. But the first chance they get, they will call the police on a black guy for saying hello to them. If he doesn't look like a submissive hipster. My question for you is, do you also find these people annoying? Do other white people even notice them? And if so, can you tell them to stop?
Okay, so that description made me think of one person.
Did it?
And that certain person claims to like fight for Indigenous people.
Oh, yes. Okay.
But like will fight Indigenous people on fighting Indigenous people, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of like put themselves in this rut.
Talking a little too loud. Kind of
Talking
a little too loud.
That's it. Yeah. And like they claim that they're trying to help, but they're not helping. They're actually doing damage. So, but I also think that as two white women, we probably shouldn't talk on the subject because like I personally wouldn't notice that.
Right.
But, I would notice that, but like I can't relate.
We would notice it if it was in our face.
Yeah, but like it's not something we think about every day type of thing,
No. And I think too like the specifics like have stick and poke tattoos, love craft beer, talk endless. That talk endlessly about how the injustices in the world. Yeah. I get a little back against the wall when I see those types of people for sure.
Yeah, because that their intentions aren't pure.
But here's the thing, your last question, can you tell them to stop?
Who?
No. No, we can't.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I am a white cis woman. Could you please stop?
But also, it's like you can't. If you don't like people who virtue signal, you can't tell them to stop virtue signaling because that's you virtue signaling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's this weird vicious cycle.
Like those type of people too. They like make big noise about like the George Floyd stuff that happened, but like they don't care about the stuff that happens in our own city because shit like that happens all the time.
That's right.
We just don't hear about it. So Yeah.
It's so performative is the thing.
Yes.
It is so performative.
For no reason.
And that's what makes it feel inauthentic.
Yeah.
And I like Sarah said, we can't speak to this because this is not our experience, but like I can't imagine what that's like seeing that.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine it makes you fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
I will go to rallies and I will fight and I will do
Donate.
whatever for them. But like I'm not gonna go up to that specific person and be like, sir, stop.
Yeah.
Stop what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's really tough.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that this form, I mean, hey, fucking get it out.
Yes.
Because that's a good rant. That's a good rant. The last question. Oh, this is just a really nice comment. Sarah, you are amazing. I admire your dedication and hard work with both your podcast and comedy. You are truly part of a community that looks and cares for each other. Sometimes. Truly, you got it. Thanks, whoever that is. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet.
I second that.
So I have a thought on that compliment, though.
Of course you do.
Let me take that compliment and
course you do.
Tear it apart.
Take your goddamn flowers, Sarah.
I watched a YouTube video last night. My favorite YouTuber, and it was, she calls it Shadow and Schmooze. Shadow and Schmooze. Shadow and Schmooze. Like, you know where schmooze? Like you're schmoozing, you talking.
I thought schmoozing was something. Talking.
Something else. What did you think about?
Schmoozing's not like Netflix and chill.
I don't think so. I think that's Smush. That's Smush.
Okay.
But she did this video where she took questions and like she talked a lot about workaholism, and she got really emotional because she was talking about, she was like, most of the comments I get are about how much of a hard worker I am and how dedicated I am, and which is great. And like, I also think it's great. And those are things about myself that I love too. But she was also just like, I'd also love to be known for like, you know, being a good friend and being kind. And
Sarah, you're a great friend and you have nice eyebrows.
Thank you. It's a new color.
Oh yeah.
But I identify with that a lot because like, it's not like I'm complaining about being called a hard worker. I'm not. But it is a thing where I go, it's very obvious that like the hard work is such a part of my identity, which is something I'm trying to dismantle a bit right now.
That's like being a singer and being like, you're a really good singer. And you're like,
it's like, no shit, that's all I do.
Job.
It's all I do,
Like,
right?
Thanks, but
so
okay.
the hard work and dedication, thank you very much, because like I will never say that that's not true, because it is. But I don't want it to be my whole thing.
Yeah,
I don't want. Not anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's only half of who you are.
Yeah, and that's why I'm, you know, cutting back the release schedule, taking breaks, not performing as much, doing all those things,
doing it for you,
doing it for me,
doing you.
But thank you so much for that. All right, we're gonna get.
Thank you so much for that compliment, but hold on a second.
Well, it's just interesting because it was just last night that I watched that YouTube video, and she started getting emotional, and I really felt it for her because she was someone who, like, I think she had a crazy YouTube schedule. Like, she was releasing like 3 videos a week, which is, that would be like me doing 3 podcasts a week.
Yeah,
and that's
nuts.
I mean, granted, that's her only job, but
But still, that's a lot.
Like, her health was taking a toll, her relationships were taking a toll, and like she just decided like does like 1 a week now, and she does it whenever. She doesn't have a set day that she releases, and her fans understand. And it was like a choice she made for herself to be happier, healthier. Yeah. And like the way that she described it was like, I'm going to focus on the things that, what did she say? Like can't get taken away, or, you know, like when you're dying, like you don't want to be thinking about all the work you did. You want to be thinking about the people you love, kind of thing.
Yeah. You want to be thinking about stuff that people can't take away from you.
That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah.
And I really identified with that. I was like, that's such a great point. Like, to not make work your entire fucking life.
Yeah.
Rant over.
And rant.
And we're back. Okay, we have a voicemail, and I haven't heard it yet, so I have not screened it. But let's do it. So we are hearing from Anonymous.
Oh.
23 seconds.
Oh my.
Here we go.
Hi, Sarah. I just wanted to say how much I am living for you and what you've been doing with Intoxicated and just you in general. And honestly, I can't wait to see what other projects you have going on because I'm obsessed with you and you're so great.
I feel like this might be my friend Zoe. It's not Amanda Spriggs, is it? Is that her?
I thought it was Amanda.
Maybe Amanda? I'm bad at recognizing voices.
Amanda, is that you?
Either Amanda or Zoe.
Oh.
Either one.
Either way, that was very sweet.
Thank you so much. Again, great compliment. I posted a street art video today and it really blew up. And I got like a lot of comments on it and likes.
Oh.
It's like over 1,000, almost 8,000 views.
What?
And I think close to 600 likes
on TikTok,
on Instagram. So this was what was interesting. I posted it on all the platforms, and TikTok it did okay, but it didn't.
Yeah.
I was expecting TikTok would blow up.
Yeah,
but like it blew up on Reels, which was interesting.
Oh, that was
but
interesting.
I want to say thank you to everyone who sent me love about that video because it's something different, and I spent a lot of time editing it, and I'm really glad you guys like it. And there's more coming. So that's very, very kind. Thank you so much. And yes, more projects to come. Yes. More projects
to come.
More projects to come.
More projects.
Maybe another podcast coming at some point in the next couple months. Maybe. More events. See. More events.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a live show.
You never know.
I got a lot on the go. But I'm glad to be doing that. And to everybody who wrote in, called in, thank you so much. Please remember to vote for Intoxicated in the Coast. Best of Halifax 2022. I'm up against a bunch of amazing people.
When does that close?
Closes on, I want to say the 18th of September. Yeah, which is soon. Or maybe the 16th. It closes within 2 weeks, I believe.
Okay.
So please vote. I would love to place this year, and I know I won't get like silver or gold.
But
we all know there's a lot of heavy hitters in local podcasting. There's a lot of fresh faces that are like nominated this year, which is great. Ooh. But like, come on, guys, I've been doing this for 5 years. Please
give me something.
I'm the senior in high school who just wants a win. I'm like that senior and like
you just want to win prom queen.
I just want to win prom queen. Can you give it to me?
Just please.
Do I think I'm the best? And no, the best is relative.
You can vote every day.
You can.
And you can vote multiple times a day.
Yes.
So there you go.
Can you?
I don't know.
I was trying to figure that out. I need to ask my friend Haley who works for the Coast.
I've been voting every day. But like, you're welcome.
God bless you. I'm going to ask her because I don't know if it actually counts or not. But if it does, please do vote.
Yes.
I'm very proud of everything. I've done a lot of like crazy things. Like I did a 15-hour live stream, you guys. I podcasted for 15 hours straight. Come on. What other nominee can say that they've done that? All right, bitch. Why else should I win?
You should win because your podcast is amazing and there's been amazing guests on it throughout the years.
And I act like a therapist for comedians.
That's right.
They need therapy more than anybody.
Yeah.
And I take all that emotional pain in and I put it out to the world.
If you guys say you like the work, show us.
That's right. That's right, bitch. Show us.
Put the money where your mouth is or whatever.
Show us with the vote.
Mouth where your money. I don't know. But the point is, yeah.
And honestly, these things don't really matter. But I can tell you, they don't matter if they don't matter. But if they do matter, they do.
That's very wise words. Wise words.
What I mean by that is, it doesn't matter if I don't win. But if I do win,
it's going to feel good.
It would make a big difference because it's exposure.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. It's getting the name out. And that's what any podcaster deserves.
Yeah.
And I can say, I just know the work that goes into podcasting. So everyone on that list deserves a win, but there can only be 3.
There can only be 3. There can only be 1.
And really. I would love to win this year so much. So please do vote for me.
Please vote.
And big thank you to Sarah Nicole for joining me.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. I love this podcast. So,
yes. Well,
I love you.
You're no longer producing, but you're still part of the family.
Hey, I'm still part of the family, you know?
And like, I love doing these call-in episodes specifically with you. They're fun.
They're so fun.
So maybe we'll do it again. We'll try to make these more of like a semi-regular thing.
Yeah.
Faux show. And in terms of the release schedule, I still don't know what's happening with that, everybody.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
I don't feel like my audience is like the type to like be like, it's Friday and there's no episode. Fuck her. But I hope I have really been enjoying the bi-weekly release, so I might very well stick to that for a bit, especially with other projects coming up. And I do know that I'm recording 2 episodes this weekend that I'm really excited about. So there's good things on the horizon, everybody.
So much fun.
Well, that's it, guys. That's it. We're done. Anything you'd like to add?
No, but thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me be here.
I don't know what that was. No problem. Thank you for doing it. And thank you all for tuning in. And we will talk to you.
We'll intoxicated you. Okay. Well, good talk, guys.
We'll talk to you next week or maybe the week after. Who knows?
We'll see.
We'll see you when we see you.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the Intoxicated Podcast. If you enjoyed this week's episode, make sure you subscribe on whatever podcast app you use and leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts. You can also give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram at Intoxicated Podcast and check out our video episodes on the Intoxicated YouTube channel. Until next week, feel hard and talk hard. Intoxicated Podcast is hosted and produced by Sarah McClellan and brought to you by the messiness of life.